hope everybody is doing great today. I cannot believe it's September. Kids are back in school. That kind of makes my heart sad because I can't grab them as easily as I used to, but I'll just have to get my grandkids when I can. Today is September 10th, so we are into September. It's a kind of drizzly day yesterday and today here in Chesapeake, Virginia, but we need the rain. So what can you say? You got to take it all. So my name is Colleen Magnus. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here on the East Coast in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I am coming to you live twice a month. The summer hours worked out for me. I used to come to you every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time, but the summer hours really worked. So I'm going to keep them. It's great. I've also started doing in-home classes again. So that's the other reason why it's a little more difficult to become, live every month. So we'll just do a little bit of everything. But I do offer classes, and contact me if you're interested in them. They're a lot of fun. We're focusing on techniques and special folds. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and tell you about, hey, Judy, I'm glad you're here, watching from Canada. I wish you could come in and stamp with me, Judy, but that's a little far. But I did want to tell you about World Card Making Day. So World Card Making Day is October 4th. And if for no other reason, I would ask that you send 3 cards that day. Back in the day, I had two little Italian aunts, made the best bucciarati cookies ever. And anyways, Aunt Minerva and Auntie Ann. And Aunt Minerva always sent me mail. Now, we're not talking hand-stamped cards. We're not even talking cards. She had a memo book. Remember those that you write everything on? A memo book, and she would always send me a note, a letter, and she always put $1 in there, told me to help my mom buy some sugar. And I don't know if I'm dating myself, that sugar only cost $1 or what, but anyways, I still have some of those notes, and they just bring back such great memories. I think in the world of technology, where there's email, private message, direct message, texting, send a card. So on October 4th, I encourage you and I challenge you to send 3 cards to someone, because I promise you it will truly brighten their day. So let me boot up here, and I am going to tell you, if you do want to do a little bit extra for World Card Making Day, I am having an event, and I would love to have you attend. I team up with Tanya Reed and Michelle Brown, and we are going to be at United Methodist Church. I know the address. Quote me on that. It's 804 Gammon Road in Virginia Beach on October 4th. It's from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and it is going to be a great day to celebrate World Card Making Day. You will make 6 festive projects. They will all feature techniques. Then you get a bonus project. So that is really a lot of fun. We're keeping that a secret. You will play 3 games of bingo. We love giving out prizes because we will have door prizes too. But we love when we play bingo and we get to give out really cool prizes. So you'll play 3 games of bingo. We will have favors. We have product spotlight. Each of us are featuring one of our new sweets. So you will have samples. We will just show you the skinny on it, what's in there, and you walk away with lots of ideas and lots of inspiration. So anyways, we have a bonus raffle, an optional card swap, and it is a potluck. So let me tell you what. The second best thing that stampers do besides stamp, they make some awesome food. So definitely, please join us. You can email me when I turn the camera down. You can see my email address, but I need you to contact me if you want the early bird special and the better price by this Saturday, September 13th. So all of that only costs $65. And you want to get that early bird price because after September 13th, it goes up $5 to $70. So that'll be $70 for your registration. And then after September 21st, it is cut off. So please join me. Again, it's a great deal for $65, and you will have a lot of fun. So I am going to go ahead, turn the camera down. I'm supposed to boot myself up here. Let me see. And I will see who's in the house. I know it's kind of tough that I'm only coming twice a month. Again, I used to come every month, but it really does work with doing in-home classes now to come to you twice a month. So before I forget to tell you, should tell you at the end, but the next time I will see you is 2 weeks from now on Wednesday, September 24th, and we will create again. But for today, let's create right now. So let me turn you around, pull this down. Yeah, Lots and lots of things going on in the stamp room at the moment. I have my stamp clubs that I'm getting ready for this month. We have Stampin' Bingo this Friday. We have World Card Making Day. I have classes, of course. Still been doing my classes, so loving those. And let me click on this, see where I am. So yeah, lots of creating, lots of fun. Hello, Judy, again from Alberta, Canada. Thank you for watching. Oh no! Kay said she's watching from home because her camper, Kay is always camping, her and Carl, but her slide out won't work. Okay, that's a crisis. I hope they can get that fixed really, really quick for you. If not, you'll have to rent a cabin. Hey, Diane, I'm so glad you are here, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And United Memorial Methodist Church. Thank you, Kay. That is where bingo is at. United Memorial Methodist Church. We do our events at 2 different churches, so I didn't want to tell you wrong. And that is at 804 Gammon Road. So I hope you will join me. And Karen from Iowa, hello. And hey, Mary, I'm glad you are here. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get stamping. Let me do my little camera. So what I'm showing you today, this is a new bundle. Y'all know the beginning of this month, we actually had the new mini catalog was just released, and so were new online exclusive products. So with those products, Stampin' Up, I put it in my newsletter, which is so nice. Stampin' Up actually gave us a PDF, and I put the link in my newsletter so that you too could print this out. So really it's great because it really is tough. I'm not going to lie to you. Keeping up with all the products in the mini catalog, the annual catalog, that's easy. Where online exclusives are, so much wonderful product gets released here, but it's hard to know what is released. So now they're going to give us this, which to me is like a catalog, and it will showcase what is in there to help you keep track. So this is this month's class that I'm having, Gathering Together Suite. They will get the stamp set. In the class, we are going to make a fun, 3 cards. One is a good special, regular card. One features a technique. One features a special fold. And you have the directions to the technique and special fold to slide in your clear envelope as we build our library. Then you have, this beautiful suite, Modern Christmas. That is gold, black, and white. This here, I'm going to be using this designer paper. This is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes. Beautiful suite. I did get everything except the bundle because I combined it with another bundle. And I say that today, who knows, you might see it 3 weeks from now. After I just realize I have to have it. But I'm going to be using the Elegant Pine Snowflakes designer paper today. It is absolutely gorgeous. And being a green person, and I love green, shaded spruce is beautiful for the holidays and for winter. But then you get into your bundles. So here we have all different kinds of bundles. We have a 2-step stamping, beautiful pumpkin bundle. I've seen some awesome cards with that. Homemade treats bundle. This is always fun, especially when you get into the holidays and you're baking different items and different gifts for friends. But I'm going to be showing you the Snowflake Kisses bundle. And this is also, give you a sneak peek, this is also the bundle that I am using for World Card Making Day because I see some beautiful techniques that we are going to be making with the Snowflake Kisses bundle. That's all I'm telling you. But then as you go on, you have a Pet Love bundle, Festive Friends, Pine Tree Trimmings, and then this is really nice, a Signed Design Punch. So all of these stamps work well with that punch. It was made for it. And it's nice because it does have holidays, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, a season of thanks type thing. So this does cover a host of different occasions. And then, of course, you have your index in the back. So if you get my newsletter, then you should have received this in my last newsletter to be able to print out and have for your own copy. And then don't forget, everybody who places a minimum $40 order this month, the Creativity Files is out. So this is a great free class PDF with 8 different projects. So basically you can earn it by simply placing a minimum $40 order with my creatingwithcolleen.stampinup.net when you go there to my website. You can also purchase it for $10.95 if you're already a demonstrator or you just want to purchase it. And of course, everybody in my Stampin' family that are on my team, they receive it for free. So this is the September edition. Lots of fun things. It's not all Halloween, lots of fun Halloween projects, but this here is a beautiful sympathy card. And then this here is just a fun slash summer fall type card. So let me know if you're interested in that, or again, you can place your order right there. So going forward, this is, just show you real quick, this here is the designer paper I was telling you about. Let me move these out of the way. Okay, so this here is the Elegant Pines Snowflakes designer paper. And you can see how regal and rich that is. So you have that. You have this, beautiful colors. And this just looks like the ice crystals. I think that was very smart to do that. Here you have your snowflakes. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the dies does cut out some of the snowflakes. I have this pretty peacock, yum, yum, yum. I have this here. And then this. So this is one I'm thinking that the dies cut out. So don't quote me because I don't have the dies. But I'm pretty sure because Stampin' Up! Is always very smart and very crafty to be able to do that. Okay, so hey Renee, glad you are here. And Miss Phyllis, glad you are here too. We are just getting started. Lots of information in the beginning, but this is a card that I'm making, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Now with my team, the other night I meet with my team in person the second Monday of every month. I stream it live to our Facebook page, so if you're not local, you can watch it. And then on the third Tuesday of every month, we are now going to be doing a technique Zoom. So this way I can teach them different techniques, and I know I can do that till the cows came home because you'll never ever see all the different techniques and special folds that are created with cards. But this here was one of the swap cards I received, and y'all know her well. She should be on here. She might be busy today. Miss Brent Styons. She created this card, and it was beautiful. So sending warm hugs. She embossed the sending warm hugs on the front. And then on the inside, she even embossed, "May the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship." So beautiful card, Bren, and thank you for that sample. So this is one that we're creating today, but I am going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do the center different, and for the inside, I'm going to do different. I'm actually going to show you another die that fits inside here, but this I thought worked well. You know, it's on a lighter color for the inside. You can get away without putting white in, but we have this here. Hey, Teresa. So getting started, let me tell you what you're going to need. You are going to need a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of Pool Party cardstock. You're going to score it at 4 1/4. Then you're going to need a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of Lost Lagoon. We are going to be using that to cut the snowflakes. Then for the inside, look at those 3 colors. Oh my goodness, they're just gorgeous. 4 by 5 1/4, pretty peacock. And then this here is going to be a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 basic white. I did it just a little bit smaller because on the inside, it's going to be a nice little frame on the inside. You are going to, from the dies, oh, I haven't even showed you that stuff. Okay, I'll back up and show you that in a minute. You are going to have one of the circles. There's also a label die in there, and I just used like a 3 by 1 inch piece of Lost Lagoon because I'm going to put that on. See, so this is actually one of the labels here that the words fit on. Then I have a 3 1/4 by 3 inch piece. I will layer that on. And I'm undecided on my snowflakes. Here I've actually cut a couple out, and they're dazzled up with some Wink of Stella. And we're going to decide whether we want to use these, or I'm also taking some of that beautiful designer paper and I'm going to cut them out, and we're going to try this. I like to have different options. So let me put that there. So y'all take your screenshot. Give you just a minute. And this way you can have all your pieces cut, and you can start and stop the video as we create together. Okay, so let me put these aside. What I am using, hello, to see it in person, this is Snowflake Kisses. And the reason I liked it was because it wasn't like Christmas. You know, let's face it, December, January, February, March, it's still chilly. And in some places, you're still getting snow. So I really like the sayings that were on here. Sending warm hugs, lots of love, be warm and well. Winter is warmer when we're together. Anyways, beautiful. If kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. I thought that was adorable. So this is a stamp set. And then the dies, I haven't made my cheat sheet yet, but with the dies, you have these snowflakes. This is 4-corner. We're gonna do all of our die cutting first. Let me get those pieces out. And then this is that label I was telling you about. And what's really cool is for these little snowflakes here, when you see those, I did already go ahead and I cut me some out. Let me see here. Love my little containers from way back when. And I have them in here. But the cool thing is, this piece right here cuts 7 of them at a time. So you're not like putting one little snowflake through time and time again. You're going to get 7 of these little babies at one swoop. Then on here, I'm going to use this. This is that beautiful framed snowflake. We'll be doing that. This is what you have for the circle, but it also has little snowflakes in the circles that go around. And then this too, I'm not using it, but this is nice because, again, one die is going to cut 4 of your snowflakes. I think when something is that tiny, it's a given. You better do that. So let me take out here. I've got 1, 2, 3, because again, I'm going to get all my die cutting done in the beginning. So I need those 3. I need the corner. Some of it I have already done, and then I already have the large one. Let me put this up. And y'all know the trick. Let me grab it. Is to have your magnetic bowl so that when you are done, you can throw them all in here. Put these in the tool sections because it's really meant for screws and nails, but I think it's also meant for dies. And then this way I'll know where to find everything later. So let me grab my die cutting machine. Now when you're using this die here, you do have to have the exact size that you're going to use. You don't use a scrap for this, simply because it only cuts the center. So depending on how wide you want this piece here, that is up to you. But keep in mind, it has to be trimmed before you actually die cut it because it only cuts out the center pieces. So since all my die cutting is done today, I'm going to use the base plate, the number 2 die plate. I also have an acrylic plate, and then this will go on top. The other thing y'all have seen me do before is use a sheet of wax paper. You don't have to do it for everyone, but it helps a lot of your pieces come out. And it doesn't have to be total in there, just get some of them there. So I'm going to lay this on top, actually in between. So I've got my cardstock, my wax paper, and I have this. And I do want to line this up so that, again, it's fairly straight going around. To hold this, it's a little tricky sometimes when you have the die paper, but it is what it is. My card is good, so I put this on here so I can hold that in place. And let's see, I hope that's up enough there. Then I'll put on this plate here. Always make sure you're even on the edges and then crank it through. Okay. So then when I pull all this apart, this is what I have. I'm going to wait to do this because I'll get pieces all over, but I'll show you when I take that out. That is the piece that will go on the front. All these on the floor, I can sweep later. Okay, so then for number 2, I want to take that Elegant Pines snowflake paper, and I'm just going to put these on here because I really just wanted to see what that looked like, having a variation of colors and snowflakes on here compared to just the solid cardstock. So I will crank these through, make sure I'm even. And one more thing, and that's one of the things that I really kind of love the most. Okay, so I'll put these aside. Get those. put these in my little tray. This piece here. I love the corner snowflake. So where I told you I was going to do something different for the inside, in the card I actually just stamped the inside, but I'm going to do an insert. So I'm going to take this piece here. It goes in the corner, just like so. I will put that to hold it in there. And then once again, do my die cut. And that die, when I pull it out, so much fun. It actually puts your snowflakes in the corner. But don't throw these away, because even though, like this one here, even though it's partly cut off, you can always put it on an edge. You always want to use everything you can. I saw these two little pieces and I was like, oh my goodness, if nobody's thought of it yet, those are snowman arms, if I've ever seen them. So that would be fun. Let me just put this over here. So that's all the die cutting that I'm going to do, and now I can get creating. So here, this is my base piece. I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half. And even though it's scored, I like to trim, watch my edges, make sure it's even. And then this is what I was telling you about with the wax paper. These all fall out so much easier. And I have the brush. I don't know if y'all have any type of brush like this. Let me show you. This is one of the tools on the Pick a tool. And you can actually just go like this and they come out so much easier. Especially if you have the little, like a foam pad underneath it. Okay. Put those aside. But this here is the die. See, I didn't get it as straight as I wanted. So I'm just going to lightly tack it down because, all right, I'm just going to have to work with that. So see how it's thin here? I didn't have it quite as straight as I wanted to. So let me show you how I'm going to fix that. Because I don't know if I can live with that. Y'all know me. I think, just because I can, I'm going to trim a little bit off here, very little bit, and a little bit there. Let's hope I don't make it worse. Okay. This is where real creativity comes in, y'all. So if I just barely, I don't know how much of a sliver this will take off, but we're going to find out. Oh, good. I got that there. Could use just a little bit more. There, and then I'm going to make this thinner here. And then nobody will know that it was crooked. There. Now that looks so much better. So see, y'all know I always say I'll teach you what not to do. I'll teach you what to do. I will teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. So this way it doesn't look so wonky. But if you just get it straight on there, it's fine. Hindsight being 20/20, I would have had a perfect one cut. I switched them out and you would have never known it. So now I can take this and I'm just going to put it on my card front. Best thing with that is I'm just going to take some of, let me put this here. I don't want to get any glue on my piece here. I'll just take a little bit of my Tombow liquid glue. Y'all know a good hand, a light hand, is always best. So I'll just put this here. Kind of get some of the bigger places, but you can go real light on the edge. Just come around. That's why I love Tombow, because it really and truly is very strong. So though I have my little light edges, and I can just dab it in some of the places here. Same with the circle. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes all the way around. A couple here and there. All right, I think she's going to hold pretty good. Just a little hit and miss. All right, right there. So So then I will take this and put it on my front. There we go. So now that I have that, I'll turn it over and give a good rub. It's always good to turn it over because if you have anything on your fingers, probably going to end up on your card. But see how that does all the work for you right there? I love it. And I think you could use any two colors that coordinate. I think no matter what you do, they'll be really, really pretty. So now that I have the front, I am going to, told you I was going to do the center a little bit different. So here I used the two, the two I stamped on this label and I put it on this piece here. But what I wanted to do is use a circle, but I just wanted to kind of have this behind it, just to add a little bit of extra, detail. So I will take this, it's my Lost Lagoon, and I'm putting it on my ever so awesome pool party. I love when Stampin' Up! Does all the color matching for you. And these two are amazing. So now that I have this here, I am going to go ahead, I can pop this up like this. Let me stamp in the center. And I'm also going to stamp this piece here, this center, while I'm at it. So really, I'm just using Pretty Peacock because I really feel like it just has a nice color to it. The darker color, I think, stands out better in your words. So for the center, I'm going to stamp Sending Warm Hugs. And with this being photopolymer, y'all know I like to just take a little piece of fun foam and put it in here because you don't necessarily have the cushioning. And y'all do know that they are doing away with red rubber. It's been so hard to source that they're thinking it's only going to be a matter of time before they really can't even get it. So the red cling rubber, what is made, starting with the November online exclusives and then the January catalog, the mini catalog, they are all going to be photopolymer. So a lot of people were okay with that. A lot of people's like, oh man, that's great. But I am a red rubber girl, but I'm also a photopolymer girl. So you have to do what you have to do. Oh, why thank you, Phyllis. She likes my card. Thank you. So I will take these two, set this aside. So for this here, I am thinking, first when I was thinking, I do want maybe the whole thing to pop up. Originally, I was going to put that flat, but I don't want to do that. I wanted to kind of step away from my other snowflakes in the background. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to put like 3 dimensionals here. Do this. And then I can put this across because again, I wanted something, instead of just the center, I wanted to do a little something extra. The other thing is I could put this on here like that, but I want to, it's just stark white around it. So I really kind of want to accent that too. So since I've already got the Pretty Peacock in the center, let me grab my Lost Lagoon. And this is the easiest way to kind of put a layer that's not a layer. I just kind of, with a wheel, I hold it like this, and I'm going to run it through my pad, just like a wheel. And then you can see, you might not see it like this, but look, you can see that it has an edge. And then if you want a little bit heavier, just go a little bit deeper in your pad. And you're going to get that. There. So with this, I don't want it like even higher than this. So what I'll do is I'll put a dimensional on the top and bottom since this is already raised. And I can even put a little bit of adhesive right there. So let me take my mini dimensionals, put one there, there. I can take these off. Yes, Diane says she's definitely going to order this suite because she's thinking it will be good for winter cards. That's why I chose this one, Diane. I mean, I think by changing your colors and putting a different sentiment, you can definitely make it Christmas, but winter, you know, lasts a whole lot longer than Christmas. So I wanted to get something that's just a little bit more versatile, but yet still beautiful. And this was my answer. Okay. So when I have that, this way it all kind of pops up, and that does too. So I have that. Now to accent the front, again, I have, you'll have to let me know, so I want to hear from you. I have just the solid Pretty Peacock. I have these here, and I could put it on, but I felt like it was, I don't know if it was just flat, but then, so that's the Pretty Peacock. They do stand out. Or I have those snowflakes that I actually, oh, they kind of get lost. Let me see. So the solid Pretty Peacock, or, yeah. You know where this would work good? All right, I'm going to make the call for you because I'm not loving this as much. I thought these would make great snowflakes, and they will. I mean, if you put them on a completely solid background, you could see that, especially if it was dark, you can see that these will, because they are sparkly. And I think with a little bit of Wink of Stella on there, they would sparkle even more. But with them being so variegated, they got lost on the front. So I will save those for another card. Definitely, I really do think this here, this solid. Otherwise, I think it's going to get lost. So with these, let me grab my glue dots. How many glue dots? And I am just going to put a glue dot on the back of each one. And I kind of like using the glue dots for this because one, it is strong. It's going to stay on. And two, it kind of balled up a little bit, so it actually did poke them up off the card just a little bit also. So 1, 2. I have to admit, it is good stamping with y'all in the stamp room. I miss doing the lives every Wednesday, but again, bringing in the extra classes, you know, something's got to give. Something's got to give. So hopefully, whether you're watching live or whether you are going to, you know, watch later, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm always open to ideas and suggestions. Okay, so for my front, got this here. Oh, I did that different because it was upside down. Do I like that? Let's do this. Well, actually, it's a glue dot, so it's going to stay there. All right. Different doesn't make it bad, right? There's a little piece I missed. Right there. I'll take that little piece out. Okay. And I tell you what I'll do with this one. So now I kind of felt like this isn't, like I don't have as much there, but with that die that there were 7 pieces, I have these here. So what I will do, I find it easier when I'm trying to put something this small down, that it's better to put your glue down first. So I will put, let me put like a little dot here, and then maybe like one here, one here. So I have those little dots, and then I can pick up these and just kind of lightly lay them on there. I did some different colors. Let me get another Pretty Peacock. So here I have those right there. So anyways, I do have that one and that one. I'll just leave those. If I wanted to, let me see what one more would look like down here. Probably a blizzard. Am I starting to create a blizzard, y'all? I think I might be. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Do I want that? Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Okay, we're gonna leave it off. All righty. So to put a little bit more dazzle on here, I'm gonna get my rhinestones. Yeah, that looks good after all. I like that. So with the rhinestones, I'm going to use, let's do a small one. Rhinestones are always your basics. You do have different brads and elements you can use, but can't go wrong with a nice diamond. So right there. Okay. So this kind of shows the two that I have here. And I could, let me see if a little bitty rhinestone will fit in this other one. And these. I'm thinking they may be as big as the Snowflake. No, that'll work. I'm only making one of these so I can use as many rhinestones as I want. There, they were just kind of flat laying there. So also that I didn't mention in here, when I did this one, this is Lost Lagoon, Pool Party, and Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce is a gorgeous green and it worked with it, but then thinking I was going to maybe use the designer paper, I did switch the Shaded Spruce for the Pretty Peacock. So going back to here, when I first put this on for the center, I laid it in here thinking, oh, that's going to be great, but I felt like that was too light. You can do that. Just didn't float my boat. So that's why I took the 4 by 5 1/4 Pretty Peacock. So with this, I'll just put me a little bit of liquid glue. Right there. Because now through these snowflakes, you're actually going to see the darker snowflakes. And then when I did that, I was like, yes, I like that so much better. So here, put this here. So now when I put it in here, I think it looks a little more finished and they really pop out. But this is a wonderful bundle, y'all. And you know, when you purchase a bundle, you actually save 10% on the stamp set and the dies by getting the two together. So there we go with that. So may the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship. Again, let me just take a couple little snowflakes. I can put one here, here. And I can even, let's go with the Lost Lagoon this time and see how that looks. Doesn't always have to be the same. So if I do one of those, and sometimes you can always tell the way that they are die cut. So you want to get like that. And I would probably put some rhinestones in here, but the only problem is if you do, it's going to leave indentations in the front. Again, not a big deal because you're pretty layered there. But if I did want to put something here, you know what? Let's try putting one of them little snowflakes. You get 7 at a time when you cut them, so why not? So I'm just going to put there, there, and there. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to go with the pool party, I believe, because by doing the pool party, it will offset it. So I got that. And you could sit here all day and do snowflakes, you know. That one, just because I felt like it needed a little something in the center. And this one here. The reason I do want it on a certain side is because my plates, they are actually pretty cut up so you can see the texture. Get in there. Okay. So that, my friends, is the inside. And then that is the front. So first of all, tell me, which one do you like better? Do you like the Shaded Spruce or do you like it with the Pretty Peacock? I think the pretty, let me build them up again. I think the Shaded Spruce lends itself, first of all, you know, when they put these colors in the color groups, they're gorgeous. So with the Shaded Spruce, I think it gives it just a little bit different where it's not all blue. But at the same time, when you get something that is in the same color family, I think that works too. But you can see where you stamp on the banner and where you just stamp off. So Karen likes the Pretty Peacock. Okay, and again, I don't know that you're gonna lose either way. Maybe I was partial to the green at first because green is my most favorite color. Oh, Judy likes the Pretty Peacock too. So that works out good. Amy likes the Shaded Spruce. She must be a green girl also. But either way, you can see how you can rearrange the different snowflakes on the inside. If you did not want to do that center, you could just stamp and put these little guys in there. Or if you did and you wanted to take advantage of this, I just think this die in the center adds so much. I love it. So that is my demonstration today. I appreciate everybody who was here live. And let me check my, let me see, my, what do you call these, comments to see if I have any questions. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Teresa and Karen and Judy. You are all such a blessing, fellas, to have in the stamp room. Miss Mary, I get to see you Saturday, and Renee. I'm blessed to have you in my Stampin' family. So, Judy, thank you all, Kay. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Diane, Karen, thanks. I appreciate you all being here. And don't forget, if anybody places a minimum $40 order by just going to creatingwithcolleen.stampinup, you earn 10% of your order if it's over $20 or more. But then if it's $40, you also get the free card class, the creativity files. Or you can also join my team and you will get it every month for free. Or you can simply purchase it. But don't forget, Saturday the 13th, if you are local, is the last day to sign up for World Card Making Day. So please send me an email. We would love to have you there. There's nothing more fun. I mean, we definitely love spoiling you, and it will be a good time. So until then, I will see you, oh my goodness, 2 weeks will be here before you know it. Because this afternoon, I'm actually designing my cards for this month's class. Every month I feature a different class. And if you are on my email list, where you get my newsletter, then you will find out all the details and all the skinny on what's going on with Stampin' Up. So again, you can just email me if you would like to receive my newsletter. But I will see you again in 2 weeks on September 24th. I tell you, you can't blink, y'all. It goes by so, so quick. Bonnie, thank you so much. I love snowflakes too. You know, each one is different. My mom was saying that they are predicting some snow for us here on the coast this winter. And I can only hope. I love snowy days. That's my day to put something on the stove in a pot and cook some bread. Nothing better than eating out of a bowl with homemade bread. And I just look forward to it. I hope we will. It's been a weird year. It's like everything was cooler quicker. June, we had the heat that we normally get in July. Of course, July was hot because it's July. But in August, we have had such a cool August. I felt like it was September. And before you know, we'll be going into October. So wherever you are, may God bless you. I hope you do something creative every day. And I hope you will come back and watch me live on the 24th. Just make sure you do something creative and send at least 3 cards to somebody on World Card Making Day and bless someone's life. Thank you all. I appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.